This is Change Your Mindset Podcast, the podcast that helps change your life by helping change the mindset of the 99% into the 1% mindset. Here's your host, Adrian Gomez.
Welcome to Change Your Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Adrian Gomez. Black Friday and Cyber Monday have passed already. Those are the two biggest days that people spend money on. I honestly thought sales were going to be bad because technically the economy is bad. People are losing jobs and all these high prices. I thought people would not be spending money. Apparently, according to Forbes, I am completely wrong. Forbes posted an article about the Black Friday and Cyber Monday, how they had record sales. And they post them by the numbers. So compared to last year, sales were actually better, which was very shocking. And it just says something about the consumer as of now. And I'm going to read you the article that Forbes published about the sales. Online sales for Cyber Week, including the 5 days from Thanksgiving, were up 7.8% compared to last year. The record online spending across Cyber Week shows the impact discounts can have on consumer demand, especially with quality products that drove a lot of impulse shopping. Cyber Monday e-commerce spending in the U.S. totaled $12.4 billion, up 9.6% year over year. Monthly sales for November through the 27th were up 7.3%, and over half, 60% of this was driven by 5 categories, including electronics, $21.7 billion, apparel, $19.2 billion, furniture, $14.7 billion, grocery, $6.8 billion, and toys, $3.1 billion. Adobe expects the full holiday season, November 1st to December 31st, will hit $221.8 billion, growing 4.8% year over year. More shoppers visited brick-and-mortar stores for Black Friday weekend. Physical retail store traffic was up 1.5% for the Black Friday weekend. Categories that had the highest increases in traffic were health and beauty, jewelry, and apparel, according to data from Retail Next. Discount department stores remain the most popular destination for shoppers, followed by dollar variety stores, apparel, footwear, and accessory retailers. Electronics stores and health beauty experienced a rise in shopping popularity this year, according to the ICSC's 2023 post-Thanksgiving weekend survey. As consumers continue to hunt for the best deals and promotions, major shopping events like Black Friday and Cyber Monday remain important despite discounts extending throughout the holiday season. While economic factors may be changing, some consumer behaviors, shoppers are still spending, and retailers can expect to benefit from a strong holiday season. The buy now, pay later hits record purchasing. Higher interest rates on credit cards and merchants passing along the card service fees to consumers drive shoppers to seek alternative payment solutions, including buy now, pay later. While spending was up, shoppers are still price sensitive, managing tighter budgets due to last year's record inflation and interest rates. BNPL usage hit an all-time high on Cyber Monday, with a staggering increase of 42.5% compared to last year, according to Adobe Analytics. BNPL has experienced a surge in shopping activity over Black Friday, Cyber Monday shopping period. This resurgence suggests a return of consumer engagement in holiday shopping. It is clear that the tradition of Black Friday as a single-day event is evolving, particularly interesting in the substantial year-over-year growth we observed on both Thanksgiving Eve and the day prior. This shift highlights a changing landscape where the shopping fever is no longer confined to a single day, signifying a broader, distributed trend across the entire Thanksgiving week. The traditional frenzy of early morning Black Friday shopping, marked by long lines and rush crowds, is of the past. In the contemporary retail landscape, the significance of Black Friday has become an extended shopping experience. The trend now encompasses an entire week, stretching from Thanksgiving onward, where shoppers comfortably browse and make purchases from the convenience of their homes. And these are by the numbers. 12.4 billion in e-commerce sales on Cyber Monday. 38 billion in online sales for Cyber Week, 5 days from Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday. 940 million in online spending from buy now, pay later purchasing. 109.3 billion in online consumer spending from November 1st to November 27th. 118.8 million people in the US spent money at brick and mortar stores on Black Friday weekend. 59% of online sales were driven by smartphones on Thanksgiving. 200.4 million shoppers across websites and stores over the 5-day weekend from Thanksgiving Day through Cyber Monday, an all-time high. 1.5% increase in foot traffic at physical retail stores for Black Friday weekend. 2.1% increase in foot traffic at physical retail stores on Black Friday. 75% of U.S. adults shopped over the 5 days, beginning on Thanksgiving and ending on Cyber Monday. The Adobe Analytics insights cover over 1 trillion visits to U.S. retail sites, 100 million SKUs, in 18 product categories. And that's the end of the article. So clearly people are still spending money. Last year when I talked about the statistics of Black Friday and Cyber Monday, they were obviously up. But last year, people were spending more on their credit cards. They didn't have the money, so they put the purchases on their credit cards. And that's why I showed last year that the credit card usage during the holidays increased. And same thing as this year. But instead of credit cards, it is the buy now, pay later program. So people still don't have money, and they're still putting their purchases on these programs to pay them off later. The average American has no idea what's going on. They really don't know that we are in a recession, how inflation has really impacted a lot of people, how companies are going under, and how these businesses are laying off people. The average person has no idea, because the main news will not tell you any of this. You will be in the dark. The only way you find out this for yourself if you do your own research. And we all know the average person will not do their own research. They will listen to something and believe that, and that's it. And that's the unfortunate truth. And next year, I strongly believe things will get a lot harder. And for a lot of people, a reality check will hit them. And then they will realize how bad things really are. Things aren't good right now. But the average person has no idea. And I was honestly surprised when I read this article because I truly thought the average person is struggling financially because you hear it and see it everywhere. But apparently, people don't really care about their finances. Because as the article shows, spending is up compared to last year, which is very astonishing. But for those people that are still spending money on credit cards and their buy now, pay later plans, next year, those people are really going to struggle. Because maybe then the financial media will actually tell you we are in a recession and the stock market will eventually crash. Housing is already going down. And people will wake up and realize how bad the economy really is. So, my opinion, these numbers don't do justice for the average person. Because the average person has no idea what's really going on in this world. But like I said, next year will be very tough. Very financially tough as well. Depending on a lot of factors. But we will see when the time comes. And for the people that do not do their own research or actually keep up on what's going on in the real world instead of listening to social media or just watching the news. Those people are going to get a rude awakening. So I just wanted to go over with you the Black Friday and Cyber Monday statistics. Like I said, I was surprised they were actually above and sales actually increased since last year. I thought people would wake up and realize and be struggling financially, but apparently not. People are still spending money. So don't be fooled by the numbers. Don't think, oh, people are spending money, the economy is doing good. Because usually when you see numbers like this, you think, oh, everything's fine. People are spending money because they have money, but people don't. So don't be fooled by these numbers. And you'll realize next year how bad we really are, unfortunately. That's going to be it for this podcast episode. As always, I appreciate you guys taking time out of your valuable day to listen to these episodes. As always, thank you, Patron member Blade262, for being a Patron member and supporting the podcast. Truly appreciate it. As always, if you want to be a Patron member, the links are always in the descriptions below. Thank you again. I wish you guys the best. And watch your money and strap up for next year. Because by the time you know it, it will be here. And it will be a new year. And it will be a very tough year. And I believe next year will be very crucial, not just for the United States, but for the whole world. Thank you again. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Change Your Mindset podcast. Be sure to tune in every week for a new episode. As always, change your mindset to change your life.